All right, guys, it's time for us to write our rebuttal paragraph. With this paragraph, it's essentially having like an argument on paper. You're going to tell us what the other side thinks. It's important to tell what the other side thinks. That helps your ethos as a writer. It makes you more believable. It gives you more credit. And it gives a better, solid argument. So you don't want to talk too much about what the other side thinks, but you do want to give a little bit of insight into what the opposition thinks, and then you're going to prove them wrong. So your opposition's claim and your claim should be kind of closely related in this paragraph. So we're going to start by outlining, just like we did before. You're going to have an opposition's topic sentence. So this is when you're going to tell us that there are people who think differently than you do, okay? Then you're going to have an opposition's claim. In this claim, you can use some evidence if you want. Again, you don't want to go into too much detail of the opposition. You just are kind of touching on what they think so that you can prove it wrong, okay? So after you give the opposition's topic sentence and the opposition's claim, then you're going to have a claim that is a rebuttal statement. This is when you say, however, that's not the case. Here's what is the reality, okay? And then you're going to give evidence to support your claim. So again, remember, you're going back to your side. You have your claim and then your evidence. And then, of course, your reasoning. And then you have a concluding sentence. So, again, I'm just outlining here, so I don't need complete sentences. I'm just getting my thoughts out on paper. So for the opposition's topic sentence, it's that people think that it would be bad for women to be in combat or detrimental. For women to be in combat roles. Because, and you can put the because in this one, they're not physically capable. So this one we obviously saw come up a lot in a lot of the articles, that women just can't, they don't have the same capacity as men do to be able to be effective in the combat roles. So that's going to be our evidence that we use, and our part of their claim is that, again, there's just physical differences. So there's, in one of the articles, it talks about how men and women, like, their bone density is different and they're just made differently. So that's going to be what we talk about in the opposition's claim. That was in Fredenberg. And that was page 14. Okay. Now I have to prove them wrong. So I have to go look for a claim and evidence that helps show that, you know what, women are, yes, there may be physical differences, but that shouldn't make a difference in their physical capability. So my claim is that people should be judged on ability, not gender. Okay, so again, I just have to get an idea on a paper. I don't need it to be in complete sentences. This idea that it's the ability that matters, not the gender. And then they give the examples of women completing the army courses or military police. In the Harding article, so that's going to be my evidence to support my claim. And that is on page 10. Okay, and then the reasoning, I'm going to use an exemplar for my reasoning. Remember, I did post on Classroom the different commentary types and exemplars on there. And we're going to also talk about men here who are weaker than women. or women who are stronger than men, right? And we'll get more into that when we write it out. Now, for my concluding sentence, I don't want to restate my topic sentence because my topic sentence in this case is on my opposition's viewpoint. So I don't want to go back to my opposition's viewpoint or the opponent or the other side's viewpoint. I want to stay with my viewpoint. So this time I'm going to try to make like a prediction or a call for action. So something like, if I do a call for action, women should serve in combat roles. Telling them they should do something. Okay, so there we have our outline for our argument paragraph. It is shorter than the argument paragraph, and that's okay. We just want to make sure that we are making reference to the opposition's viewpoint. So we do that in our opposition's topic sentence. For this one, it's detrimental for women in combat roles. They're physically incapable or not capable to be able to do it. The opposition's claim is that there's just physical differences between men and women. That's on Fredenberg, page 14. My claim is that, which is my rebuttal statement, is that people should be judged on ability, not gender. And then we're going to give the examples of the Army course and the military police that Harding gives on page 10. I'm going to use the idea that some men are weaker than women, and so they shouldn't, that shouldn't affect women. And then women should serve in combat roles. That is my call for action that I'm using for my concluding sentence, because I don't want to use a repeated topic sentence, because my topic sentence is not on my stance. So I want to make sure that I go back to making sure my stance is clear and what I think is clear. Okay? Alrighty, we'll start writing it out here in just one moment.